Hello everyone, this is Travel and Tourism, and you're going to have the opportunity to travel with Phil Scott to
sunny South Africa. You guys are going to have the opportunity to come to Johannesburg, and you guys are going to be coming to Durban, and we're going to set it up perfectly. It's going to be like a luxury experience for you guys. At the same time, you're going to be getting some culture, and of course you're going to get an opportunity to talk to Phil, hang out with Phil, and get his views on Africa and South Africa.
You're also going to get an opportunity to explore the lifestyles here that are available in South Africa. And we're going to do all that for you in an amazing 10 days. We do hope that you go to the website and book, because we do look forward to seeing you here.
Absolutely. Our website is therealsouthafrica.com. Go there, scroll down. You'll see a picture of Phil, and just go ahead and book there. So we'll see you here in what we like to call sunny South Africa.
Now, the conversation that I'm about to have with you, I've kind of had it before, but I want to give it more of an explanation if I can. Now, I also want to say at the top of this, some of y'all ain't going to like what I got to say. Now, it's not to make you mad, it's to make you think. All right, let's give it a go. Okay, so it has been said that former President Donald Trump is on track to get the most black votes in the history of the United States. Yes, okay? Now, y'all know that he ran and won for the presidency of the United States in 2016, and it is said that he got about 8% of the black vote, which was okay, right? Now, when he ran in 2020 and lost against that of the now president, Joe Biden, it said he got about 12% of the vote. So he did a little bit better. Now, of course, he's running again this year, 2024, to regain the position of president of the United States. And it is said that he could get anywhere between, because the numbers are kind of all over the place, right? But he can get anywhere between 14 and 30% of the black vote, which would be a game changer, okay? And it's just it's a game changer, right? And it would be historical if he did get that much. Now, I know just from the people that I speak to, people I know on a personal level, quite a few black people said that they are thinking very strongly about voting for that of President or former President Donald Trump, I should say. Now, some people are probably saying, but how? Why? He's facing over 90 court cases. And, potentially he could be locked up. I doubt it. But let's say potentially he could be, right? So a lot of people say he's a criminal. How could you do it? Well, I think that's the conversation we need to have. Why is it that somebody like President Donald Trump could unseat that of President Joe Biden? Well, because on the other side of that, Joe Biden and Kamala, because remember, they put them together as if they're sharing the Oval Office. I don't know. They have totally neglected black people. Now, I know it's not unusual for the Democratic Party to neglect black people. And let's have the other side of the conversation. It's not unusual for the Republicans to neglect black people either. But again, come on, let's put on our thinking cap. I'm going to put mine over my afro. Is it the Republicans or is it the Democrats that knock on the doors of black people and say, hey, come on and vote for us? Y'all know the answer to that. It's the Democrats, because we, as Dr. Claude Anderson says, are the only group of people that vote as a block for our oppression. That means that we vote as a block. The majority of black voters vote for the Democrats. So that it's just logic, right? It's not emotions, it's logic. So again, some of y'all might want to know, why is it that black people want to vote for Trump? He's a horrible person. All right. I would grant you that he's not a great person. But again, is Biden a great person? Think about this. Just think about it. Who has spent the most time in Washington? This is not something I'm making up. You can go Google this. It's Joe Biden, right? He was a senator, vice president, and now the president. As a senator, he had the power to draft up legislation, and he did. Y'all remember he says, I am the author of every major and minor crime bill since 1986. These aren't Demetra's facts. Those are his. They came out of his mouth. You could go look and see what he did, right? He was the one that made the difference between powder, cocaine, and crack rock, right? If you did the powder stuff, which is considered to be where people with a little bit of money could afford, right? And y'all know which people I'm talking about. It's the color of the powder. They ain't got, oh, you need rehab and it's a horrible thing. But if you had the rocks, then you went upstate. You got dealt with very adversely, right? These aren't my facts. These are facts. And Joe Biden has proudly said that he was the one that did that. Now you think about that of, former President Donald Trump. What legislation did he enact that targeted black people? I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait. Now I know it's tight, but it's right. Now some people are probably saying, oh, well, he put the Supreme Court, the judges in the Supreme Court. Ain't that what president's supposed to do? If there is a vacancy, right? Aren't they supposed to fill it? Seat somebody in there who thinks like them? Isn't that what they're supposed to do? Didn't Obama do it? And other presidents, then they put, people in those seats that think like them? So Trump had the opportunity to do it, and he did it. Where is the crime in that? Now, I'm not saying that the Supreme Court justices that are there now are great people. I'm not saying that, but he did what he was supposed to do. Okay, so I know some people thinking about the whole little judge situation. Okay, that could have some effect, but I'm talking about writing legislation that harmed black people. Now, in my mind, I heard somebody say, well, when he was in New York, and I also want to say this is not me caping for that of Donald Trump, but I'm trying to explain to people as to why he may look a little bit more favorable in the eyes of black people. I just want to break it down. When he was in New York, when the Central Park 5 situation was going on, he did take out that giant ad advocating for the death penalty. Horrible person for doing that. Okay? But let me ask y'all this, because y'all like to bring that up, and you should. I think it matters. Why don't you all ever give the conversation that the prosecutor that went after those innocent black and brown boys, why don't y'all ever talk about Linda Farenstein, because that was her name, and everybody else, they were Democrats. In fact, Miss Linda donated to the campaigns of President Obama, Hillary Clinton, Amy Klobuchar, and Elizabeth Warren, just to name a few. She donated money to their campaigns. They're all Democrats. Now, those Democrats knew what Linda did. They knew what she did, that she sent those boys upstate unfairly, unjustly. They know that she put cases on them that they did not deserve, but they took money from her. Why don't y'all ever have a conversation about that? Listen, I'm asking logical questions. And so, again, for those of y'all who want to know why Trump looks favorable, well, if you, as some of y'all like to say, we got to vote for the lesser two evils. If you are truly doing the math and voting for the lesser two evils, one is going to be less evil than the other, since y'all like to do that whole dichotomy, right? And that's going to be that Trump is less evil. I'm not saying he ain't evil, because as Malcolm X said, voting for evil is still choosing evil, right? But it says we go on with what a lot of people say, and then you look at that of President Joe Biden's record, I would think he is more evil, especially when it comes to black people. And it's still exacting evil upon black people, especially with the open border policies. When migrants come over here, that don't help black people. That hurts black people, right? We still ain't got our shmoney, our money, our reparations. We still ain't got that. We don't have an anti-hate crime bill, but the Asians got one. I understand the Jewish community, they might be getting one too. Black people, who is the most harmed individual in the United States of America, per that of FBI statistics, we don't have a hate crime bill. So y'all are asking black people to continue to go to the booth and vote for more of nothing. So that's why President Donald Trump, or former President Donald Trump, looks a lot better to black people. And some black people say, hey, I've made more money under Trump. Now, you can argue with them, not me. I'm just telling you what they said. So anyway, just think about that. Let's move emotions out of it, and let's start thinking about things before we vote blue no matter who, and y'all didn't think about what you're saying before you say it. If you can do that for me. But anyway, if y'all could do me a favor before you leave, go to africandiasporanews.org and invest in the app that we have built for you. I would love and appreciate you. And in the meantime, if you haven't already, please subscribe to this channel and my channel, The Demetra Kaye Show, here on